Alright, kita nak buat apa? You have received Akta Evidence Act kan? Alright, okay. Let's look at number 4. Dekat sini. Forensic accountant as expert witness. Sangat penting tu. Alright, jarang orang can become an expert witness, but expert witness is not selected by anyone but by the court. Jadi before apa-apa pun the court will decide, right? Jadi you have to prepare yourself, right? Okay, meaning that polish up your skill, go and get a degree and all, right? Okay, expert witness and then expert witness we compare in the beginning between alright, ordinary witness dengan expert witness. Right, when we talk about that one, kita go through the expert witness dulu ya. Right, expert witness is discussed under section 45 of the Evidence Act. He must be a person competency, is there qualification, manner of giving evidence, attendance in court, admissibility of the evidence that he produced, all right, evidential value of the evidence, and challenging expert evidence. Challenging. Who will challenge you? Another expert witness will challenge you. That sometimes the way you read the materials is wrong, the way the other party read the material is the correct one. All right. They will then bring out another expert witness to counter your claim in court. Are you ready to do that? That's why when you are into this investigation job, you have to record out, right? Report out. You have to state in the book what you have done, how you do it. Because the question in court nanti, how do you get the evidence? Bukan whether sebelum dia tanya, the evidence is relevant, admissible or not. Okay, right. Now, I'm going to go for a break. Okay, kita break sekejap, kita come back pukul 11.30. Right, over here, during the break, could you have a look at the slides semua yang saya bagi tu, especially on number 4, forensic accountant as an expert witness. Yeah, you tengok yang tu, and then get yourself to this Akta Evidence Act. Lepas tu we will continue and finish the law of evidence and criminal procedure. Yeah, boleh?
Okay.
Boleh.
Ya, break sekejap sebab I really have to solve this issue of lampu. Okay, all right. I'm going to pause on this. All right. Okay, we are going to look into the evidence. All right, law of evidence. Okay, right. In the law of evidence, in the purple PowerPoint, yeah, all right, over there, I think I wrote it as number 6, right? We will look into several key concepts, all right, and at the end, the evidence in court, yeah, all right, okay, what is evidence? The definition too, even though the definition is not that important to you, but you must understand the definition. Why? Because you next time when you collect matters and you say that it is evident, it has to fulfill the criteria that it is an evidence. Let me read. Evidence includes all information that may be presented to the court to enable it to decide on the probability of some facts asserted before it. That is the definition. There are all information. All right, legal mean by which the truth about a questions of fact is asserted in judicial proceeding. So every time when they submitted an information, you have to rebut it. You have to ask whether the information is considered to be genuine or it is fake. Therefore, all right, you have to look back into the evidence to support whether it is the truth or whether it is fake. Alright, sekejap saya besarkan sikit. Alright, law says when we talk about evidence, they always talk about proof. Proof dekat situ eja dia P-R-O-O-F. Alright, proof. What is the proof? What facts may or may not be proven? What sorts of evidence to be given? By whom is it to be given? How is it to be given? Alright. Tapi look at the most exciting is question number 2. What sort of evidence to be given? So if the financial crimes involve money, what would be the evidence that you need to tender in? The statement of his account. All right. If it involves land, then you will need to refer to the grant title of the land. All right. Same thing as any other. All right. So sometimes it's not even related. The contract that you are hired by ITM, but it will be related if they say that if the accusation was that in that faculty, all right, there is a corruption going. So, you know, if you are a junior, you cannot be earning too much that you can buy a BMW for cash, for example. So to know that, it will be difficult for them to ask you, so they just look into the information related to her appointment and her amount of salary to note whether she really have she involved into corruption. Macam tu, all right. Okay, now let's look into, in order for the evidence to be submitted to court, the evidence must be relevant evidence. Okay, and the types of evidence is discussed in section 56 to section 100. Okay, do you have it in your hand? All right, or sekejap let me just go through. Ni dia, law of evidence consists of rules governing the whole act of facts gathering process. So saya kata tadi, how you gather the evidence is really very important. It's not what the evidence is or where the evidence is. All right. So this is the category: admissibility, proof, production, and effects. All right. Source of the law, we look into the Evidence Act. Nature of the law, right, we are going to be discussing it. All right. Key concept. Every time when you look into the act, any act, pay attention to the word relevancy. They would say that inquiries is related to the relevancy of production of evidence. Then you have to understand the meaning of the word relevant. Admissibility, all right, some evidence which is not relevant, it's not being admissible. Jadi what is considered to be relevant, right? Sorry, what is to be considered as evidence must be relevant. Okay, right? Relevant must be apa? Alright, sekejap terlupa sebab suddenly I was looking at, there are more people coming into the class now. Yeah, all right. Let's look into back again. Tadi, the rules of evidence. The due should be directed and confined to matter which are in dispute sahaja. All right. Okay, I'm reading now the PowerPoint. Saya pun jarang read PowerPoint. All right. Okay. Relevant. Relevancy can be determined by logic and common sense. Practical human experience, knowledge of the individual. What is relevant? Relevant is considered as the logic of it, all right? The behavior, the connection between, or the knowledge of that particular person to be given as evidence, what he see. So sometimes what he see is not true. Sometimes you see a woman, but he is actually a total man in makeup. All right, for example, all right, okay, evidence must be relevant before it can be admissible, but not all relevant evidence will be admissible under the Evidence Act. All right, okay, now oral evidence. What is oral evidence? Your words, right? Sometimes your word is being recorded in a tape, in a CV, in a pen drive, in a phone, all right? That is oral evidence. Oral evidence can be submitted as documentary evidence, right? At one time, if you have an oral evidence, right, we have to ask permission to the court, so everything will stop for a day, and then we go to the court and the court will honor you, all right, the privilege to bring that oral evidence into the court. Dia pergi, lepas tu dia patah balik, dia masuk balik the same court. Alright, okay. But today tak payah, because the amendment of section 90 in the evidence, it says that oral evidence, alright, is considered as documentary evidence. Therefore, it is relevant and permissible, admissible. Alright, evidentiary facts excluded by estoppel. What is estoppel there? Estoppel is, all right, a declaration, a representation, a word, all right, okay, a word that I said, all right, that gives authority to the person, and because I have said it and witnessed by many people, all right, then I cannot go back to say that he is not the person when he has taken advantage, all right, over my property. All right, let me just put it in name. Let's say I have met this man, all right, and then jokingly or seriously, all right, it doesn't matter, all right, I bring him to the faculty and I tell the faculty, or in my new faculty, my old faculty know me, all right, my new faculty, and the new faculty, I introduce this man as my husband, right? I give him authority that, all right, and it is witnessed in the welcoming party that I have attended, all right? I give that person authority that he is my husband, all right? What can a husband do? Husband can take your money, go and represent you, protect you, all right? So in this situation, right, if he have gone, if he have later on he go to the office and go into the main office where he knows petty cash is there, open up and take the petty cash and tell the people there, let's say I am the pengerusi in the university, all right, he took the money and he disappeared, all right, okay, in that way I can't turn around and say that man is actually not my husband. So therefore, I want to sue him for stealing, right? Even if he is my husband, you can still sue for stealing. Tapi katalah you want to deny that, right? Then that oral evidence, all right, is evidentiary facts, but it is excluded. It's not being admissible because of the estoppel. My promise to give him authority, and I cannot turn around my promise to give him the authority if he then abused the authority. I cannot turn around to say that I didn't give him authority. Maybe the best example on estoppel. Anybody know estoppel? No? Is this the first time you hear the word estoppel?
Yes.
Okay, estoppel, I give you a simple example. Right, let's say I am a mother, I have a son, my son name is Iskandar, let's say, all right, and everybody knew Iskandar is my true son, okay, right, and he always, all right, I tell the people, I must tell, all right, that I gave him the right to use my car. I normally would say he can use my car any way he likes, right? Okay, right. So this Iskandar one day took my car, all right, and sell it off. All right. Okay, if that happens, I am stopped from saying that although he is my son, he has no right to sell my car. Right, okay, tu dia panggil estoppel, but I must made a representation. What was apa ayat yang saya cakap in the representation? I say that he is my son, he can do whatever he likes with the car. Alright, okay, you see, there must be, kalau it's just mak dengan anak, alright, it's not estoppel, but the person who is giving the authority wants to deny it later, and that person is not allowed to make that evidentiary facts in court to be admissible.